So there's a lot of videos going around to try and help people that are a little bit older in this society who are going to be in isolation over the next couple of weeks and maybe even months, and a lot of those might be a little bit more advanced than certain people. We've unfortunately got a family member who's got COPD, and they've got some exercises that they've been given by the NHS, and I'm going to run through those with you because this may not be ideal for you watching this, but if you've got any parents or grandparents that aren't able to do some of the more robust exercises, then these are some simple ones that our family member was given from the NHS, which can help you. So I'm just going to go through those, or help them. I'm just going to go through those in this video, take it nice and slowly, and just explain as we go along. Now, the routine is 8 steps, a warm-up, and one little sort of bonus one at the end. And I'll go through them step by step. You can use any sorts of weights or no weights at all. We're going to be using hand sanitizers because we've got them coming out of our ears at the moment for the clinic, but something light, and they may not even be able to use that to start with. Now, the reason we've chosen to do this video with these things in mind in particular is because the coronavirus is something that affects the respiratory tract, and people with this condition, COPD, or who are going to get, unfortunately, or run the risk of getting these sorts of respiratory challenges, could really do with doing these exercises as a precaution, because it improves that circulatory system, improves that lung capacity, and just stimulates a little bit of adaptive change for the better in sort of for their general health, to help them be a little bit more stronger and resilient in the coming months, and really for the long term anyway. They're good exercises, and our family member was doing it before any of this was coming out anyway. It's helpful. Now, they might seem a little basic for you, as I said earlier, but we'll go through them and see what you think. So the first part just consists of really breathing, and you're spending 5 minutes just breathing a little bit more deeply. So really coming in, letting that tummy come out, and then breathing out all the way, and just going through this a couple of times over the course of 5 minutes. Now, you do some marching on the spot, just general movement. It doesn't need to be too arduous or too out there. And the thing to bear in mind is people that are a little bit more infirm will have a few more challenges, aren't necessarily as able to do sort of the typical workouts that one might do. These will be actually a little more difficult than anticipated. Now, if they're not able to get out of the chair, then you can do it in the chair. Exactly the same thing, just marching those legs, getting the arms moving as well. Getting these arms moving is really important, and a lot of these exercises you'll see will focus on getting those shoulders moving, the arms moving, because it's these accessory muscles of respiration at the top here that are going to help you improve that lung capacity, get more air into your lungs, and really keep things moving. And you're moving the ankles and everything else because it's generally healthy and helpful to do that, especially as we get a little bit older and move a little bit less. So that's the warm-up, and even just talking and doing the video with the lights on, it starts to get a little bit of blood going anyway. Then we get into the first one. Now, on this first one, after we've done the warm-up, we're going to be doing bicep curls. So we've got the warm-up done. We're into exercise number 1, which is biceps. Now, you can pick a weight here, any weight or no weight at all, and just go through this exercise, just holding them here, coming up, just nice and easy, okay? And these are going to look a little bit easier for myself, and maybe even you watching this video, but some people will find these a bit more difficult. And you could do 5 reps, you could do 3 reps, or you could do 20 to 25 reps. Just going through them nice and slow. And that's just getting things moving to start with. The next one we've got is going out to the side and out to the ceiling. So this one's really going to open out your rib cage. So out and up. So go through this one here. And I've got a little bit limited room here, but again, we can do these sat down in the chair as well. I'm just going to come from here out and reaching up, and then coming back down, and then out, and reaching up. And again, you can do this with no weight as well. So we're sat in the chair perhaps, coming out, up over the top, and really, as we come up, we're opening out the rib cage, opening out the diaphragm to really help get this lung area moving a lot better. So that's the next one. And again, we're going to be doing 5, maybe even 20, maybe 25 reps of these, depending on you. And the important thing is to just do them, feel a little bit of sweat coming on, and carry on through the workout. So the next one, we're going to just do sort of half reps on these. So out and half. So these ones here, they're going to come out to the side. So just coming out like so, super easy, and just pausing again. Opening out that lungs, and you can accentuate the breathing as we're doing these. So as we're going through those exercises, That'll help as well, tying some of these movements into the breathing, so really getting that air into the lungs, breathing deeply, engaging all these lung muscles and filling the lungs with air, which is really important. And also waking up some of those deeper parts of the lungs that maybe haven't been used in a while. The deep breathing is really important, and try and feel the diaphragm pulling down as you come out during these exercises. So the next one, number 4, is going to be out to the front. And I'm going to start to stand in the way of those, so I do apologise, but I will move out of the way towards the end. So these ones super easy, coming out to the front. Okay, up, and just to face level, up, and again we can tie the breathing in here, so, and you can again do these sat down in the chair as well, just arms by the side, and really let that rib cage come up as you're doing these. And this will really get some things moving, especially in your spine as well. It's going to be good for your spine, especially if we really do accentuate these movements, and they don't need to be done quickly either. So doing them slowly can be helpful. And then we're going to go through number 5, which is going to be out and in. Couldn't think of a better name for this one, so I'm just going to show you it. But number 5 is coming out and in. And all we're doing here is like we're carrying maybe shopping bags, something like that. And we're coming up into the armpits, and then up into the arms. It's just going to move those shoulders in a slightly different range, get some of these scapular muscles pulling on the rib cage in a little bit of a different range, coming up and back down again, coming up and back down again, nice and slow again. So that's that one there. And then this next one is going to be a little bit of a step up from that. We're going to reach up to the vertical, up to the front. And by this point, you should be getting a little bit tired. Don't be alarmed if you've done 20 or 25 reps at the start of this. And as we get to these sorts of back end of the workout, getting a little bit tired and maybe doing 5 to 10, that's okay. So we're going to go vertical on this one. And this one here again, you might even find that you need to drop the weights, maybe using a bottle of water or using a bag of sugar or some tin cans, baked beans, whatever. You might find you want to drop the weights. And on this one, we're coming up to the top here, and then coming up to the top here. Try not to wear a tight shirt because that limits the range of motion. Coming up to the top here. Again, you can add in the breathing, because as we come up to the top, we want to open that rib cage out. So, and back down again, it's really going to fill those lungs with air. And again, this one and some of the other ones where we're moving a little bit more are going to elicit a bit more of a cardiovascular response. So you're going to feel your lungs working a little bit harder here. But again, it's important to go within what feels comfortable and manageable for you. You don't want to overexert yourself until you've been doing these for maybe a week or so and have a feeling for how your body can actually manage doing them. And then the last one, a little bit of a burner here. So we've done a lot of the more gross movement. This last one, I'll just put burner here. And it's important to note, we'll put all these in the description as well after we finish the video, so you guys have a reference point there as well. And in this one, we're just going to take them out to the front and just come across either side. And this one you'll probably be able to do a few more. You might feel those shoulders starting to ache by now a little bit, but just go through these range of motions nice and easy. You can come a little bit wider if you want, and do as many as you can, many as you feel comfortable to. There's no need to go beyond that sort of 20-25 rep range if you're doing these, and don't feel troubled if you're only getting up to 5 or 10 by this point. Everyone's got to start from somewhere, so that's really important. And the last one, which is a little bit more of an advanced one, if your balance isn't so good, then this one might be a little bit more challenging. I'll just put advanced at the bottom, and this one is just going to stimulate your whole body a little bit more. And all we're doing is taking this elbow to this knee, and we're just coming up like that, and then up like that. Just kind of a bit more of an accentuated march. And we can do this one in the chair as well. If you sat down, sit up tall with as good as posture as possible, and then just coming up like that, up like that, up like that. And you find this is working everything a little bit more. Might be a little bit more challenging, get your heart rate going a little bit more, but do what you can. That's the most important thing you can do in these exercises. So that's kind of the routine there. We've got the warm up, which is important, just moving around. Then we go through the biceps. We're going out and up over the top for number 2. We're going out halfway for number 3. Out to the front halfway for number 4. We're coming up out and in for number 5. And then we're going up to the vertical for number 6. And then we're finishing with that little burner for the upper body, just through here, number 7. And then number 8 was that little more advanced one. If you've got the balance to do it and you feel comfortable doing it nice and slow, going through that there. Remember to breathe deeply when you're doing some of these. Feel it expanding your lungs, and have a good go at doing them. And consistency is really important. The same as all the exercises we recommend to patients here in the clinic, consistency is important. You want to get a baseline to start with when you're doing these in the first week, and you can do them daily, and then figure out how long it takes you, and you can slowly and carefully increase either the number of reps you're doing, maybe the weight you're doing as well, and that will really help you stimulate these lungs, get them a little bit stronger, and build up a little bit of the sort of immune system around there. Because if your lungs are more robust, then you're going to do a lot better. Whether it's coronavirus now, or whether it's the flu in at the end of the year, your body's going to be much more resilient. So it's important to do these exercises. It's the best thing you can do, and everyone can do them, just at different levels. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please do share it with someone. If it's not necessarily, if it's a bit more basic for you watching this, but you've got some parents or grandparents that could benefit from this, then please do share it with them. Maybe show them how to watch it on YouTube, and we appreciate it. If you've got any questions or any comments in here, or one of your family members, or you've tried these exercises, because they're not just for people that are a little bit older, younger people with things like COPD and emphysema can benefit from these as well. So don't feel like you've got to be an older person to do these. It might be right for you as well, but put a comment in the sections below, and we'll be sure to help you out as best we can. Thanks for watching.
Excellent.
How's that?
Loved it.